Because I'm so involved in Final Fantasy XI and play it, daily, weekly, monthly, I'm in it all the time. I sometimes forget that a lot of people stopped playing sometimes a decade ago, if not longer, and have kind of assumed that it's gone, that it died. It didn't. I started doing TikToks recently about Final Fantasy XI just because they're fun little short 7-second things I can do. And the most common comment on any of these videos is somebody responding with like, is Final Fantasy XI still out there? Are people still playing this game? They are. And in fact, I think Final Fantasy XI is in the best place it's been in years. But if you forgot that Final Fantasy XI was out there, or you thought that it had been, totally shut down, that it had lost support from Square Enix, but if you're just finding out that Final Fantasy XI still exists, honestly, now is the absolute best time to jump back in. I'm going to talk to you about why I think you should. Let's get into it. So first off, welcome back. If you're new here, this is Hunt for Games, where we talk a lot about Final Fantasy XI, other MMOs, and a lot of nostalgic gaming in general. If you've been here before, welcome back. Definitely join us on streams on Twitch every Tuesday and Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time if you want to chat about awesome games like Final Fantasy XI or other stuff. We play a lot of that there, but other games as well. But guys, I'm always kind of surprised that people think that Final Fantasy XI is dead. Yes, the population has dwindled compared to its peak in the mid-2000s, but it's still going incredibly strong. And Square Enix is putting more money into it than they have in years, ever since their initial announcement a few years ago that they developed a 3-year plan leading up to the 20th anniversary, which, by the way, is in May. So if you weren't aware of this, short little background, they announced this 3-year plan where it's going to get funding for the course of 3 years, which was new because previously they only ever had a budget for a single year. Every year they would reevaluate and say, is 11 going to go another year? That changed a few years ago when they said, nope, we're going to expand a little bit and plan something big for the 20th anniversary. The fans still want Final Fantasy XI and we want to give them more stuff. We still don't know exactly what is coming. There's been a lot of hints as they introduced this new storyline, the Voracious Resurgence, leading up to it. I don't want to theorize too much about what that is, but we do know that there's going to be new Final Fantasy XI endgame content, already of which there is a ton, but more coming with likely Empyrean +3 upgrade paths. Currently, there's no way to upgrade them that far, and possibly other content as well. So why should you get back into Final Fantasy XI right now? Well, if you haven't played at the new 99, 119 experience, first of all, there's just a breadth of content, tons of stuff for you to do, gaining power and increasing your overall strength to get to that level 119 level. And once you're there, there's tiers and tiers and tiers upon tiers of better and better gear at that stage. They just introduced the new master level system, allowing you to level even beyond the job point grind that previously existed, and it's a lot more fun than the job point system ever was, because you actually just gain levels the way that you used to. Every time you earn one, you immediately gain strength, and every 5, you earn a level of your sub job beyond the previous cap of half of your main level job. So previously the cap was 49, half of 99, and now you can get up to 55 currently, with theorized more updates to that coming in the future. If you really haven't played in a while, they've also introduced a trust system allowing you to use AI NPCs to fill out the party members that you wouldn't necessarily be able to get for average activities like missions and quests, now that the population has decreased from its big peak numbers in the mid-2000s. But this allows you to run around and do all of the amazing things in Vana'diel, whether it be quests, missions, just hunting various notorious monsters, whatever you want to do, you can do by yourself with a full party of awesome NPCs that you remember from various storylines. I mean, it's so much fun to run around with Prish and Lion and everyone else. What am I saying? I never have Prish out. It's always Zide. Zide's my go-to, man. But Square Enix has been putting a lot of money also into their general promotion of Final Fantasy XI. They're trying to get players excited and remind everyone that this game is still out here, and they're putting a lot into it. They've introduced the We Are Vana'diel website, kind of going back with interviews and other content such as media over the years, that they're just sharing this awesome history of the development and life cycle of Final Fantasy XI, and it's really awesome. But as we get closer to the 20th anniversary, I think it's going to ramp up significantly, and we're going to have a lot of players return that are excited to see what the new content is. So if you haven't played in a while and you're trying to get kind of back into swing of things, now's the perfect time to start doing that, leading up to that anniversary, so that when it finally hits, you might be prepared to take part in whatever's going on. I'm certainly excited about it. Now, that isn't to say that there still isn't a lot of group content. There's a ton of incredibly difficult endgame fights that you require a full party of real players, and that's what makes Final Fantasy XI so special. But a lot of the grinding, the missions, the quest lines, all of that can be done entirely solo now. So if you've ever wondered about certain fights or storylines that you never got to take part in back in the day because it was too hard to find a full group of people, now's the perfect time to do all that. In fact, I still gotta beat Wings of the Goddess. I'm so behind on that. I'm like, take forever. It's so good though. But back to the master level system a little bit. If you thought that Final Fantasy XI was growing a little stale, you were kind of tired of the same jobs and job combinations, with the introduction of the master level system and sub jobs literally growing beyond their previous cap of 49, new sub job opportunities are becoming available that previously just didn't make any sense. But literally new abilities, new spells, new traits are changing the landscape of what subs are and are not viable. The biggest one so far, I think, is Dragoon, with everybody getting access to Super Jump as a sub now, which is pretty crazy for various strategies. So the game is changing drastically in the biggest possible way and the most that it has in really the past 10 years, ever since the introduction of the 119 system, period. There's just a lot going on, and we're going to see a lot of life in Final Fantasy XI in 2022. I'm just super excited about it. But I keep seeing a ton of people on videos, on TikTok, on posts, on Instagram, just saying, I didn't realize that 11 was still out there. It totally is, and you should definitely come back and check it out. If you're curious about some of the other changes that have happened over the past 10 years, I barely even skimmed the surface of like the content that is out there. You can also join us on Discord. We've got a Final Fantasy XI channel where you can chat about all your favorite stuff and ask questions about, how is the game these days? What are you doing? That kind of stuff. I hope to see you there. Again, definitely join us on Tuesdays and Thursdays, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Twitch. We'll chat more stuff there. But seriously, it is a ton of fun. Final Fantasy XI is still out there. Vanadil is going strong, and I predict it to be even stronger throughout this year and hopefully the years to come. I'm very excited to see what they bring with the 20th anniversary. We still don't really know what it's going to be, but they're putting a lot of time and money into trying making the 11 experience a little bit more approachable for new players, existing players. They put out a fix for a bunch of like inventory stuff this past month. Just a ton of stuff that I never thought they'd touch. I thought they would just leave it as is forever, and no, they're trying to make it better. So I want to hear what you guys think. Definitely join us. Leave comments below if you are playing Final Fantasy XI right now, if you're thinking about playing this year, or if, like I said, you just thought it was gone. Be curious what you guys think, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Peace out, guys. Have a good one. I'm back. About with you guys here. My only frustration, my only sadness is that right now they still haven't solved the one problem that I always want to see, which is leveling throughout the zones again in that way. So we'll